Welcome. This is a channel for the entrepreneur. I welcome you to this channel. It's a place for me to remind you that the journey for the entrepreneur is a journey of transformation. It's a journey that you shouldn't be trying to do on your own, because if you can get this idea that you can only see what's possible from your current paradigm, from your current belief system. And so when you put yourself in a forum or put yourself in the place where there are other entrepreneurs, then you can start to get fresh new ideas or new perspectives from people who may have gone further than where you are right now. So today, welcome. There's much love for an entrepreneur. I feel that they are one of the most important parts of any economy, because they are the change makers. They are the people that create change in the economy. They create jobs, and they are wonderful people because they have learned to connect to their growth state. And that's what I want to talk about today: is how do you stay in a growth state? And I believe this is the next evolution in personal development, is understanding practical tools that you can maintain a growth state more often than a disconnected state of being, okay, where you're just going through the motions, going through the humdrum of life. The growth state is when you are you're connected with your inner guide, with the higher side of your personality. And there is perfectly natural human technology for change within all of us. We all possess it. It just, some people explore that part of their human technology. They explore that part of them, their personality, and they exercise it and bring it into their daily practices. So I want to talk to you about the most powerful practices that, or the most powerful practice that my mentor taught me and helped me overcome my overwhelm, financial scarcity, when I lost everything in a failed business in 2005 in Sydney, Australia. And I was able to use this method of understanding to progress my life to the state where we rebuilt a new business, my wife and I, and sold that for a significant amount, and created financial stability in a relatively short period of time, from absolutely zero. In fact, from way behind zero, because I had debt. So my mentor, he gave me these ideas and these concepts to restructure the way that I perceive life. And he managed to help me become aware of what's possible from a place of absolute overwhelm, lack of financial resources. And it changed everything for me by applying principles. And so the discussion I want to talk about today is that we need to understand that at the foundation of everything that we experience in life, we have an interpretation. We give an interpretation to that experience, and that interpretation is based on our thinking, and our thinking comes from the filter that creates our perception of life, and that's our belief system. Those are unconscious decisions that we made in our formative years, in our the growing up in the world, where we learned and we interpreted how life, what we term as reality in life, and it turns out that most of those beliefs are literally not true. And this is a really important understanding that I came to, that helped me move forward, move beyond ideas, fixed ideas in my mind that were holding me in poverty, holding me in lack, holding me in a state of unhealth. I was suffering from anxiety. I just couldn't see a way forward. Every day was just, it was almost like I was living a nightmare. When I was 35 years old, we lost everything, brand new back in Australia, and I just didn't know where to turn. So I did, in that period of time, really form a strong relationship with the higher side of my personality. Some people call that God, or the God of your understanding, infinite intelligence, the universe, whatever people call the power that's greater than themselves. And what I came to understand is that there is a perfect plan, an intelligent plan, and it's a divine plan for every single human being. We have perfectly natural human technology to create the change that we want, and it's within us. So the real important idea um, that I came to recognize, and that I made it my mantra every day, is that you create your reality. That your thinking is what you think about is what you bring about in your life. So if you're thinking you haven't got money in your coming into your life because you're looking at your bank account, then when you choose to live like that, what you're choosing to do is you're choosing to live life through your physical senses. You're facing reality, and you're making decisions, and those decisions are putting you into an emotional state. And that emotional state will either, if you've got a lot of money in your bank account, might make you feel good, and so you actually in a calm, relaxed state of being. Um, or if there's lack in your bank account, it's setting you off, and it's activating your sympathetic nervous system, which really um, sets you into the fight flight mode, which is it's not a creative mode, state of being. It's a reactive state of being, and you cannot create from that state. So what happens is that for some people, they make it a habit of looking at what they are missing in their life, what's not shown up in their life. It might be money, it might be the relationships that you don't have, and you keep reminding yourself about that, what's missing. And what happens is that becomes a habit. And what's interesting is that if that becomes a habit, even if you do change the situation, or if you do change the size of your bank account and the money coming in, or you do find a meaningful relationship, what happens is you're now conditioned your mind to look for what's missing. So you never find satisfaction. So it's really important to understand that there is a beautiful truth that the science of change have uncovered, that in any moment when we experience life, we are filtering that information. And that filter is made up of our belief system. That belief system can change. And that the only real change that happens, this is the um, the really powerful idea, the real powerful practice that my mentor Bob Proctor taught me, is that you only create real change in your life when you change your mind, when you learn to change the paradigm that you're operating from, when you learn to expand your awareness of what's possible, when you change the unconscious decisions that you're making on a daily basis, that are happening behind a curtain. Your conscious mind is not even aware that you're making these decisions. And what's interesting is that the only time you do become aware of it is when you are honest with yourself, and you look at the results that you're getting in your life, and you stop making excuses for those results that you're getting, blaming other people because of those results you're getting, and you make the call and you stop and realize that you create your reality. So when you want to make radical change in your life, then you need to recognize that. And all you have to do really to create a shift in your perception of life is to just start to notice there's two states of being. You're either in a calm and relaxed, creative state where you're connected to your source of supply, where you're connected to your inner guide, to the power that's greater than you are, because everything that we create on this planet is a co-creative partnership. And when you're connected to that source of supply, the ideas start to flow. You feel good, you feel connected, you feel resourceful, you feel like you're in a growth state of being. And what you find is that as life throws things at you, then you're able to respond. You're not reactive. That is a connected state of being. The other state of being is a disconnected state of being. It's a primal state of being where you just react to whatever life throws at you. And that reactive state it's aligned with or sends a signal through to your sympathetic nervous system in your body, and you're in fight-flight mode. And you never feel good when you're in that. You're actually disconnected from your true path of where you're meant to be going in life. So the growth state of being, there is a simple formula that has been with mankind ever since Christ walked this planet. He gave it to us. Every self-help book that's worth its weight will reference it in different words, but they will reference this very simple formula that for us to accomplish anything in our life, the formula is desire, what it is that you genuinely want, that's deep within you, plus non-resistance equals desired outcome. What does that mean? Well, the desire that's within you, the thing that you believe you came to this planet to provide for other people, the thing that you love to do when you're serving others, this idea or the service that you want to provide that is compelling you forward, that only you can find. No one can give it to you. Only you can uncover that. So if you haven't uncovered that, there are tools that if you want to go deeper into this work, then you can reach out to me, and there are tools that you can use to start to uncover that. And it may be a process. It's taken me 56 years to realize that this is the work that I want to do. I'm doing it right now, but it's taken me a whole journey of life of starting businesses, selling businesses, failing in business, rebuilding my life in business, to realize that all I want to do is talk to people and help them understand that actually there is an easier way. It doesn't have to be up to you. It's not up to you to use your intellect exclusively to try and find the way. It is up to you to figure out what you want, then move into a non-resistant state. And what does that mean? Well, it means learning to let go of the limiting beliefs that are holding you hostage. There are, if you notice in the day, the two states of being, all right? The one, you feel good, you feel connected, you feel resourceful, you can feel joy, you can feel exuberance, you can feel enthusiasm, you can feel all of those wonderful emotions. The disconnected is you don't feel good. You may be angry, you may be disappointed, you may be discouraged, you may be in doubt or worry, in fear, you may be in depression. those are disconnected states, and you cannot create anything from those disconnected states. They are not bad. They're just a indicator that that's not the direction that you're meant to be going. When you recognize that, then you can actually call that state of being for what it is. And this is important. You can do that. You don't have to spend hours journaling about this. You can do this while you're walking through life. You just recognize that that is not the state of being that you were designed to be in for a prolonged period of time in your life. It is an indicator that you're off course, and that it is your responsibility to look for a better feeling thought, a better way to approach your day. And sometimes you cannot move from depression to joy. There's no ways. But what you can do is take a nap. You can actually just go and do something different. Just go to the beach, go for a walk. It's really important to understand this, that because when you disconnect from what's causing the disharmony within you, this primal state of being, it's not helpful to you. It's helpful to recognize, just notice that it is. Then, when you do notice that, it is your responsibility to acknowledge or recognize what that state is, and it is not the truth, because what is causing you to go into that state of being, it is your belief system. And your belief system, if you have done any study in personal development, you'll understand that most of your belief systems formed between the age of when you're born to the age of 7, and most of it's not true. Most of it does not serve you at this point if you're going through a hard time and you are in a primal state of being more often than in calm, relaxed, connected state. Okay, so if you recognize it's not true, then you have the ability to respond to that primal state, and you have the ability to recognize that if you believe that there is a power greater than you, that there is a perfect plan for your life, and that all you have to do is recognize that you were off course of that plan that set you off into a primal state, and that all you have to do is find the thoughts that are going to bring you back into line with the course of your life that you're meant to be going. When you do that, what happens is that you calm down, and it might not happen immediately, but if you practice it, you calm down, then you will start to get new ideas. You'll start to notice that you will start meeting people that things seem to move from one meeting to the next, and all of a sudden you have new ideas and new opportunities, new connections for your business, and you start to move in a different direction. It is really important to understand that every plan that you have for your business is really good, but it may not necessarily be the plan for your business. It's really important to understand that there's a perfect plan that is waiting for you to uncover, and you will never uncover all of it, but there's a perfect plan for your life. Your plan that you have, that you're putting into motion right now, is just to get you out the door. It's to get you moving in the direction of where you want to go. But when you are able to allow yourself to recognize that there's a perfect, grander plan for your life, and that you have the perfectly natural human technology to change through changing the decisions that you've made in the past that have formed your belief system, you have that ability, and all you have to do is learn how to do that. You need to learn how to use practices to simply change the direction of thinking that you have habitually moved into. If you find yourself that you're habitually moving into looking at life from what is missing in your life, what you don't have, that is not going to play out well for you. If you are in the habit, and you form the habit of looking at life from and you make important in your life all the things that you cannot change in life, like what's happening in politics, what's happening in the environment, what's happening in the economy, what all the negative stuff that's thrown at most people all the time. If you make that important and these ideas that you have no influence in, rather than making what's important, what you can change and what you can control important, then you're going to be in a state of a primal state more often than you're going to be in a calm, relaxed state. You're going to activate your sympathetic nervous system, and you're going to activate yourself into an elevated, non-productive state more often than calm, relaxed, responsive state. When you connect to your inner guide, the ideas start to flow. There's a beautiful verse in Thessalonians in the New Testament, and I'm not religious, but I really like this because it's really simple. I consider it the original self-help book. So it says here, rejoice always, pray without ceasing, give thanks in all circumstances. That's in Thessalonians, I think Thessalonians 5. And so what that tells me is that at the bedrock of our lives, at the base of our lives, if we're able to make it a daily practice to find things, find circumstances, situations that we appreciate, we're going to train ourselves, train our brain to move into a very productive state of being, into a connected state of being, more often than a reactive state. And that idea is so simple, but it's so misunderstood, completely ignored by the majority of people. Most people are living life facing reality. They're not living life from a creative state where they create their reality. And I love what Viktor Frankl said. He said that, the last of human freedoms is to choose our attitude in any circumstance. It's our freedom to choose our way. Now, that comes from a man who endured unbelievable horrors in the Second World War. He was incarcerated in a concentration camp, lost everything, lost his wife, lost family, lost all his work that he did. And when he came out of that, at the end of the war, he, I think it was 15 days later, had written Man's Search for Meaning. It's a really good book to read. And he made that comment that statement that man, the human being's last of our human freedoms is our ability to choose our attitude in any given circumstances. Now, what does attitude mean? Attitude is an interesting word. Attitude, basically, the thoughts that we think, they influence how we feel and the emotional state that we move into. And everyone who's done any study in how the human condition operates, they know that our emotions drive our behavior, and it's our behavior that gives us our results. What influences our thinking is the filter that we're operating from, our paradigm. The filter is our belief system. That's at the base of everything that's operating in our lives right now. So it's interpreting and creating, organizing information as it comes in, and it's interpreting that information unique to you, unique to me. And the beautiful thing is that the science of change has shown us how we can actually change that. We can identify limiting beliefs that we inherited in our formative years and shift those. And that is a work in progress always. if you've got a massive goal that you want to achieve in your life and you have no idea how to achieve it, it doesn't matter, because you can always grow in awareness to achieve that goal. That's why I say that the journey of the entrepreneur is a journey of transformation. You're always growing into the person you need to be to accomplish whatever it is that you've set out for yourself. So I think that's pretty much what I wanted to deliver today. I hope it was helpful for you. I love presenting this material. It's changed my life so significantly, and I hope what I say really helps you. If you've got any questions, please, whatever channel that you're watching this on, send me a message. If you want to take a deeper dive into this work, then reach out to me. We have got a 12-step program that transformed everything for me. And if that's something that interests you, just let me know. And there's much love for the entrepreneur. There's much love for you. And I don't come onto this show from an intellectual point of view. I come onto this show from, this is what I've experienced in my life, and the journey has just begun. I haven't arrived. I'm growing just like you are, because I've never been in I've never been in a situation where I had to create a coaching business before. I've coached lots of clients, but I haven't had to create a coaching business before. So I'm going through the same transformation. This is the 7 different industry I've been in my life, and it's just an evolution. It's just like we had to learn how to walk when we were babies, and then we had to learn how to talk. Every time you start a business, you have to learn how to make that business a success. And there's no cookie cutter approach, except that the one thing I have learned is that if you're not investing in your mind, then you are stalling your progress. It's not about the next strategy. Strategy is effect. Cause is the thinking. And what's behind the thinking is the paradigm and the belief system that you're operating from. And the belief system that you're operating from is giving you your results right now. So as Bob Proctor, my mentor, said, if there's 2 critical areas that you need to know as an entrepreneur. You need to know where you are right now, and your thinking that's got you to this point right now is not the thinking that's going to get you to the goal that you want. And the journey from where you are right now to where you want to go is never a straight road. It's always got twists and turns. And when you learn to listen for the direction from your inner guide, you'll get to where you want to go a lot faster. So again, I hope that was helpful, and bless you, and I'll see you next week.